Hello guys, and welcome back to Joe's Ventures. And today we're doing an episode about how to download mods for Jurassic World Evolution and Planet Zoo, just a bunch of Frontier games. I've seen some guys and some people just requesting a tutorial on it. It's very simple, so this should be no longer than 10-15 minutes, as I'll try and carefully explain as best I can how to install these mods into your game. So first we're going to have a look at the Nexus Mods. That's where most of them are being posted. As we can see here, there's quite a few here. There's 11 slides of this. I think it's about 238 by recording. Sorry for the burp. And for Jurassic World, not Jurassic World, Planet Zoo, there's a little bit less, so 42. But we'll just start with Jurassic World Evolution. It's very simple. So what we'll do here is we'll download this Charnosaurus. Charnosaurus is explained here. Very large head Lemurian dinosaur, known from a partial skull from the late Maastrichtian. Obviously it looks a lot like Parasaurolophus, could be lumped to the same genus. Actually looks quite nice. Have a look at some of the pictures here. See if they'll load. There we are. Actually doesn't look too bad. So next we'll go into manual, download. See Parasaurolophus, even though it's Charnosaurus. So we'll go here and download. Go slow download. There we are. Chunk, chunk, chunk. So usually you need an account for this, and you can get premium, but clearly, as you see here, getting a slow download, even if you don't have premium, it's not going to take very long as you have good internet. See, we'll open up Parasaurolophus. So open up. Here's in WinRAR. So what we'll do here, don't need to worry about you. Go back. What we'll see is Steam. You want to go into your Steam. It should be in your Windows or storage folder. I personally put mine in my storage folder because it wasn't big enough. So here we'll go into Steam Apps, Common, which is right at the top here. Then you'll scroll down to the game you want to put in. Here we want to use Jurassic World Evolution. So here's Jurassic World Evolution. And you go Windows 64 and the OVL data folder. So that contains a lot of the information of the models and stuff in game. So you want to go in here. Now each of these have different content packs, like these DLC packs. This is the Dr. Wu one. So like you can see here, the Dr. Wu one. This is the I think this is the Carnival pack, or the Cretaceous pack, and then it goes down into the film content, a lot of the different updates. So depending what species you want to replace, you might have to go into one of these. So if you want to replace one of the animals in here, like a rhinoceros, you have to go in here. But since we're doing Parasaurolophus right here, we should be good by just going to the main content folder. So we'll go into content 0, dinosaurs. Here's the most dinosaurs. Now we're just going to find the right one. Parasaurolophus. And then we'll just copy and paste. And there we are. It's in the game. Very simple. So now we're going to have a look at some other more complex things. There's the environmental retexture. It's not too much dissimilar, so we'll just shrink that down a bit. And then move this to the corner so we can actually use it. We don't need you anymore. So what we've got here is we need to go back. This is the main. So alternate rock textures. There you go, OVL data again. Content 0. So we'll go into environment. Terrain. And there's a different replacement. Distributed terrain. So you just go in here and copy that. So you just go to this like we did before. It's very simple. You're just really just finding the right folders and putting the right information in. Now one thing we've got to be careful about is that you should always back up your game. So I usually what I did was just take the backup of the OVL folder and just put it on my desktop, so if I need to replace something, I can just go back and replace it. So I recommend you either do that, or sometimes in the game in these downloads that already offer up a download backup for you. So I would recommend either backing it up yourself, or that's what I definitely recommend. But if you don't, you can always either go into Steam and go verify game integrity and replace it and just make it base again and reinstall all the mods, or you can just have a backup and take out which ones as necessary. So that's very simple, no problems there. So the ones with Therizinosaurus as well, this has just got a little bit more complex. This one is done by Digital Duck. A little bit more complex just because it replaces different other folders. So obviously if you want to go replace the model, you go into content and replace the Apatosaurus folder like we did with the Parasaurolophus. So then if you want to replace things like UI, so you get like the whole new pictures of them and the new folders and such. So you'll go into here, go Content 0 again, and you want to go into UI, icons, and there's a lot of icons here. So like dinosaur size large Apatosaurus, so you'll just go in there and replace that. Dinosaur size standard, that should be easy to find. There we are. Just replace that, and then you can even just replace the main folder from here. Very simple, no problem. So now we'll be moving on to Planet Zoo. So we'll go back to the common folder. So you see Planet Zoo down here. Windows 64 as well, OVL data. So this is the content. This is the new Arctic patch, so it's all good. Not as much content yet, just because the game's a lot newer. So then we'll go Content 0. See animals. Now a lot of these animals are weirdly lumped. So like you'll see, there's no deer. Deer's full of antelope, and there's in the horses. You look at the buffalo. It's just because they use the same rigs rather than the it's the same rigs rather than taxonomic correct. So if you can't find it, just rummage around and have a look. So let's say we want to install the Smilodon. We use Smilodon for example because it's got some updates that it needs to get the UI, because Digital Duck, again, he made this and he made like a whole new Zoopedia with maps and such. So what you want to do is take in the Smilodon. So Smilodon replaces the Siberian tiger. So we'll go into big cats. We see Siberian tiger. Obviously there's 3 different models. It's the female, the male, and the juvenile. So what you do is just go in there and just like we did with the Parasaurolophus, just copy and paste. But then if you want to replace the other things here, like the standalone file images, we'll have to find that, or Zoopedia maps. So Zoopedia maps, we'll have to go into UI. So published textures, so we can see there animal species, for example, animal species header. Just copy and paste there. Animal species Zoopedia, copy paste there. Thumbnails, copy and paste there. Very simple. LOC, English US standalone files. Look, that'll just replace the language. So that'll also be in here. Or it might be somewhere else actually. Right, share, localized. We'll be in localized probably. English, this is the language I am, United Kingdom, LOC. And you just say English US just to make sure it's the right one. If you put in the wrong one, it might not be the best. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's very simple once you know. It's just the main issue really is just finding the right exact files and putting them exactly right. So if you are a little unsure, you should probably take the time and make sure the right files are in there. But yeah, and I'm also planning on, if there's any other things that you want to learn, because I'm not a modder, I only install them and show them off, I don't make any mods, and I know some people will probably be interested in making their own mods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link a couple Discord servers, the Frontier Modding Community and the Frontier Modding Club. 2 different, there's a bit of a story between the both of them, I don't need to explain that here. They both are a community full of people that regularly make these kind of mods for Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution. So if you really want any help with how to make mods like models and textures and making sure they fit into the game, that'll be the right place to ask. So what I'll do is put the links in the description, permalinks, so you guys can click that and go have a look and I'm on there too, so if you want to chat with me as well, that's fine. So that's all good, just to make sure that you guys have a great place to learn and make mods and see what people enjoy. It'll be really awesome to see what you guys create if you are interested. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was as clear as possible for you guys, and I really hope you guys like and subscribe as of usual, and bye bye.